Good morning, everybody. It's John from Veganism KILLS. It's 6:13 a.m. Saturday, June 18th. Today's aim is to show you the updated list of average age that vegans are reaching. This list was put together by Carnivore is Vegan, and if you guys want access to it, you're going to have to ask her permission. I do have permission to show this list, and let's go over it because I see several anomalies in here that vegans refuse to disclose or deny. You know, this is the bestest diet ever. You're supposed to be heart attack proof and cure your cancer with it or not get cancer altogether. But let's see what the data says that's been collected by Carnivore is Vegan. Well, the first one is Adriel Shorab, 27 years old, was killed by police while assaulting a family. Well, we've seen this before, haven't we? Where, the vegan activist went up to YouTube and started partaking of a lead experiment. Okay. Now, this is Ellsworth Warham, with which Vegan Deterioration did a little research, and Mr. Warham partook of fish in his diet. So, no, he wasn't vegan. And I suspect that all of these vegans that died of old age, you have to check their diet because I think they're honestly lying. And it won't be the first time a vegan lied and got caught eating things other than the vegan diet. It's all over YouTube. Let's see. Oh, a heart attack? Well, gee, that must be one off. Vegans say that the vegan diet makes you heart attack proof. Oh, wait, another one. Another one. Another heart attack while being on a heart attack proof diet. Gee, something's wrong here. Oh, the bestest diet ever. It prevents cancer. You'll never get cancer on the bestest diet, vegan diet. Pancreatic cancer, cervical cancer, esophageal cancer. This is why we're not listening to you vegans. Have you figured it out? We're not listening to you for a reason. Because of the data that's gathered by the Carnivore is Vegan, we're checking the resources, and yes, indeed, this data is correct. Parkinson's, 49 years old, died of liver failure. 49 years old, died of kidney failure. The bestest diet ever, you don't get cancer. Cancer? Cancer? And you're not supposed to get a heart attack? Here goes another one. Multiple cancers. Stroke, leukemia, blood cancer, cancer of the blood, pancreatic cancer, pneumonia, breast cancer, 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 cancer. She wrote a book on how to not to get cancer, this vegan. Rose Horn. She was vegan for 22 years. And what did she die of? Cancer. Heart failure. You know, the president of the British Vegan Society died of heart failure and was vegan for decades at 70 years old. Parkinson's. Well, I like this one. I'm achieving purity. Detox to death. Suicide. 52 years old. History of anorexia and depression. Wife of famous pop artist Peter Max. Here's Peter Max. He's still alive. They didn't put his age in, so he's not factored in here. He's badly deteriorating mentally. Just a note. Vegetarian in his 20s, vegan since meeting Dr. Furman. Unsure when, but apparently decades ago. Suicide, asthma attack. And then you got these people that just suddenly die at a young age. Suicide, head injury, very fragile. And you'll see that further. Co-founder of the Vegan Society. A lot of these old-time vegans, you gotta check, man. I'm sorry. Back in the day, veganism wasn't so hardcore. So it wasn't uncommon for them just to eat a couple of eggs, maybe a fish during their diet. You know, the oldest living omnivores, and they're still living, like on men, they're between 111 and 114 years old, and they're still alive. And vegans think that being vegan and living to 108 years old is like a big deal and proof that their diet works. When it actually shows their claim that they're living longer than everybody else is bullshit. Because the oldest living people, I mean, at this minute alive, the average age is between 111 and 114 years old. And they're omnivores. You guys die at 108, and then you found to be cheating, and it's a great achievement for vegans. And then they run around and tell everybody they're living longer than everybody else. It's false data. It's bullshit. It's like the same bullshit when they tell you they don't get cancer. They don't have heart attacks. Heart failure at 60 years old. Vegans have a high suicide rate. They're 3 times more likely to contemplate suicide because the malnutrition doesn't leave your mind in a state of, 100% level. It doesn't. Natural causes at 64 years old. Here goes the one that I mentioned before. Nassim Agadam. Murder-suicide. This is the one that went and shot up YouTube headquarters. YouTube, are you listening? A tree fell on him while protesting. He was 24 years old. Now, I don't know what to say, but that sounds like karma to me. Mental illness. Died from simple surgery. And this is why a lot of doctors are out there. They don't want to operate on vegans because of this stuff. Michael Clark Duncan, heart attack. I did a video on him. Brain tumor. Suicide. Again, suicide amongst vegans is 3 times higher than normal people. And vegans have a high tendency to be on multiple medications. Just go ask Vegan Gains how many he's on. The healthiest diet ever, and the guy has to take psychotropics every day. I thought veganism was supposed to cure everything. Stroke. Again, all of these old age vegans, which aren't really old age, because again, I'll say it again, the average age of the 10 eldest living men in the world, most of them live in Western society, by the way, is 111 years old. They're still alive. What happened, vegans? Look at this, another suicide. This is another thing. She's 33 years old and she dies from a fall in the bathroom. I'm 58. I fell in the bathroom yesterday. This is why, because veganism leaves you in a frail state. I'm still here from a fall. I slipped and fell in the shower. And I'm still here. I just got up and finished my fucking shower. I didn't die. Again, all of these old age vegans here that have 92, vegan back in the day when they first became vegan, it wasn't so hardcore. Nobody told them they weren't vegan anymore because they ate a piece of fish. Okay? And we all know that some of them, one of the oldest ones here, actually ate fish and partook in some dairy. Right? So if you go and check these old-time vegans that passed away, you're going to find out they were eating fish, maybe meat, chicken, and dairy or milk. Because who's going to know? There's no internet. There's nobody filming them. So I'm going to take whatever they say that they're vegan with a grain of salt. I think a lot of vegans honestly lie. If they're not outright quitting and somehow they're maintaining their health, like Earthling Ed, they done something. Boo Armstrong, 37 years old, 20 years vegan, since 17, dies of cancer from the diet that's supposed to prevent cancer from happening altogether or cure it. Maybe she should have went to Dr. Clement and got some wheatgrass enemas. She'd still be alive now. Yeah, sure. Or maybe she would have had that other kook, Dr. Morse. Let me make you up a list of vitamins for $16,000 and I'll cure your cancer. Yeah. Let's keep going. Now, people, this is something that vegans have to pay attention to. All you activists out there, kill doing animal activism. I suggest you do not stand in the pathway of 18-wheelers. Okay? Cancer at 44 years old. Cancer. This is a tragedy. Suicide after starving her baby to death. Starved herself to death at 24 years old. You know, if somebody did that in the omnivore diet, you'd never hear the end of it from vegans. Coretta Scott King, multiple strokes and a heart attack. Cancer. Leukemia leading to suicide. The, the Pritkin diet. Vegetarian cancer. Cancer. Joni Laura, China, from wrestling, prone to drugs and alcohol. She died of an overdose. Suicide. Suicide. Again, you go to psychology today, and they say that when they look at the data, vegans are 3 times more likely to contemplate suicide or be on psychotropic medications like vegan gains. Complications of surgery. Again, surgeons say they prefer not to operate on vegans because they have the higher risk of dying on the operating table compared to normal people. They're just frail. Heart failure. Suicide. Suicide. Husband and wife suicide. Detox to death. Cancer. 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 Cancer or heart attack. Probably had cancer and had a heart attack. But what do vegans say? The bestest diet ever will make you bulletproof from cancer and heart attacks. Colon cancer. Now this one, there's something very wrong. As I understand it, this gentleman was involved in a financial scandal. Sound familiar? What I show you people all the time? $1 million goes missing. He disappears with his son. He's found dead, and they still haven't found his son. It sounds like a murder-suicide to me. Vegans and money. There's something going on funny. Now, this is the most pitiful list that you can possibly imagine. We all know about Baby O'Leary, Crown Shakur, Louise Mulligu, which Dr. Greger, this child was the Dr. Greger's video was all about, where he said vegans will kill children and continue to kill children. Remember that video? Well, obviously he's right. Starvation by parents, starvation by parents, starvation by parents, starvation by parents, starvation by parents. From the bestest diet ever. Starvation by parents, starvation by parents, starvation by parents. What's going on here? I thought the diet was supposed to be 100% nutritious. How do you starve on a diet that's 100% nutritious? How? How do you do that? There's one child missing on here. Kamari Garrigas. That's in my neck of the woods. There's one child here that's missing that I don't see. And you might think it's cruel. I think this refers to is Mick the Vegan's baby, which he doesn't mention, suddenly passed on. And being vegan and all, you would think that baby would have a higher survival rate than an omnivore? Well, it didn't. I think that should be investigated. And there you go, people. Again, if you want this list, this data, it's not just a list, it's data. And it's been put together as data. And it has all the links to where the data was derived from. So it's not speculation, it's not anecdotal. They did die while they were vegan. And it lists all the causes. This is going to be another one of these things that vegans hate and will try to get taken down. Well, it's too damn bad. You can't hide this from everybody. Just like you can't hide that your fake meat has wood chips in it. And on that, people, I'm out of here.